some new information here in regards to this crash that went down over the Sinai in Egypt. The Russian A321 aircraft that at first glance was speculated it may have been shot down was quickly countered by the Russian media, the Russian officials, saying that not exactly was that false, but they didn't have any proof to show that. Now, there's also been talk here of black ops, of other groups that are on the ground down here that could have done this, done an event like this, just to ruffle the feathers of Russia. This reminds me a great deal of MH17, just how Russia is tied into the whole thing here and how it could have potentially been shot down. Now, right out the gate, those claims came from IS militants in the region, in that Sinai region. And no journalists were allowed on the ground whatsoever. This was an area occupied by the military. All the images and footage that we seen put out came from them or people they brought in to film it, and that they allowed to do so. Any other journalist was not allowed in the vicinity. So what they're saying now is that this aircraft at 30,000 feet, and this is what I want to make clear to everyone that was saying, oh, it could have been shot down. These shoulder mount missiles, the smaller type shoulder mount rockets that can be launched, will not get to 30,000 feet. They do not have the accuracy. They will not hit a plane up there. They'd have to launch thousands of them just to hope that one hits. It's not like they're launching a heat-seeking missile off of an aircraft or an upgraded missile, which would have to come from a bigger army. You see, weapons sent by a bigger nation. They couldn't have just been the small shoulder-launched missiles. There's no way. So what they're saying here is that this plane fell apart in the air. I also want to remind everyone that as soon as this happened, they were ransacking the offices of this airline. Now, that was mighty suspect. I've never seen that before. Never. I've seen investigations and them wanting records and this and that, but never so quickly did they do that. Not to mention, the Russian doomsday plane was doing circles between Moscow and St. Petersburg while this whole event was going down. Just going in circles. They were on edge by this and had their doom plane in the air. That's real. And at this point, they're saying that this thing fell apart in the sky. Planes don't just fall apart, guys. And as I just explained, to hit it with an object from the ground, it would have to have been an upgraded piece of weaponry, not the simple kind they're giving to these rebels that they're telling us. Or it was taken down from the air. Just like we talked about with MH17, there was all the speculation, there's no way, but then guess what? Satellite images came out, and sure enough, there were aircraft in the vicinity of that flight. Aircraft that they tried to deny and say was not there until a month later, we come to find out the real deal. And during that whole time, if you guys were paying attention, we had different countries, even the United States, coming out trying to blame this whole thing, and they used clips from a video game. From a video game, and I busted them. I caught it, I did the video, I put it out there, they were busted. And it just goes to show the level that they will go to with this deception when it comes to events like this. Now, I'm not sure if this is being pushed by the same hand, but it's mighty suspect. And at this point, when you have Air France canceling their flights over this region, that should tell you all something's up. If it was just an aviation accident, they wouldn't be doing all this. They wouldn't be saying that this thing fell apart at 30,000 feet and canceling other flights going over the area. You see, if it was just a technical issue with the plane. So these other countries are in the belief that this thing was shot down, whether they want to come out and say it or not at this point. Something took this flight down out of the sky. Even if it wasn't shot down, it could have potentially been a bomb or something on board if it was blown apart in the sky. So all those details we've yet to get to the bottom of, I'm going to continue to dig on it. I'll keep you guys posted as I come across more information. But that's a big bit of info there, and it's very telling when they state that this aircraft broke into pieces in the sky at 30,000 feet. I'll leave links, guys. It's been Dabu7.